So, hello and welcome to this week's Yin. Just take your time, find that comfortable spot, find that space that feels inspiring for your practice. Noticing how your body finds the ground. And you can start making the transition from whatever has been going on throughout the day today, throughout the week so far. Just transitioning to here and now. And just taking your time, just really noticing the way that your body releases and finds the ground underneath. Take a moment to check in those points of contact. So just noticing the back of your head, the back of your shoulders, the back of the rib cage, the back of the pelvis, and either at the back of the legs or the soles of your feet, depending how you're standing. And just stay there, enjoying for a moment the fact that you're fully supported. And just for a moment, thinking that there's nothing else to do, nor else to be. Just here, now, with your body, with your breath, entering the space of this practice. So whatever other thoughts, however exciting or stressful, just let them stay aside. And really start tuning into that idea of support and how your whole body actually releases the weight and any kind of holding so that the ground can hold you completely. And just try to check in if that's true for the whole of your body. You might find that there are areas that slightly resist. And you can guide your focus and your attention to those parts of the body for a bit. And see how you can resolve the holding, the tension. And having that idea of release in mind, you can start shifting the attention to the breath. Noticing the depth, noticing the pace. Noticing the feeling of spaciousness and the parts of the body that are being affected from the breathing process. And remind to yourself that every out breath is a chance for you to release a bit more. It's a chance for you to undo, to let go. Breathing in. And on the exhale, you can start waking up the body gently. It's just moving fingers and toes and hands and feet, stretching arms and stretching legs. Expand and reach and roll and shake and whatever feels good. And as you're doing this, also making sure that your body feels good about whatever, in whichever way you're moving. You're not pushing too much, you're not forcing things to happen. Just try to keep that as a guideline throughout our session today. That's it. And taking your time finding your center, placing both feet onto the floor, knees bent. Good, hands on either side of the pelvis. So we're going to start with a gentle half bridge, just to open up the space along the chest. So whenever you're ready, inhale, start engaging the glutes, lifting the pelvis up. And once you go up, just take a moment, sort of shifting the weight from one shoulder to the other. So you can sort of gently bring the shoulders a bit closer together. And so the arms a bit closer together. Your feet and knees will stay parallel to each other. And just stay. And take a few moments to really focus onto the breath here. Just notice where that breath takes place. What this breath affects in your body. Breathing in. And on the exhale, slowly start rolling down, vertebra by vertebra. Perfect. Back of the pelvis comes onto the floor, both knees coming all the way in close to your chest. Nice. And just give them a hug. Keep them nice and tight, closer and closer to you. Inhale. And on the exhale, we'll lift the head, forehead coming up towards your knees. And stay. Breathing in. On the exhale, letting the head release. And we're going to take the hands around that left shin under the left knee and let the right leg extend down and away. So left knee in, right leg out, just squeezing that left in, taking a deep breath. On the exhale, lift the head, forehead to left knee. Holding there for 3. And 2. And 1, breathing in. On the exhale, you're letting it release. Nice. Go ahead and bend your right knee and place the right foot onto the floor. And from there, inhale, left knee comes closer to your body, flexing your left foot. And on the exhale, we start extending the left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Nice. Holding it for a bit. Really interested in the way that the pelvis balances and is fully supported onto the ground. And it doesn't really matter how much this leg is extended as long as the foot is flexed. And as long as you feel a nice stretch along the back of the whole left leg. Great. And inhale, bending that left knee, squeezing in. On the exhale, we extend again, reaching up. You can bring your hands around that leg, or you can bring a strap. Place it along the balls of your feet, the balls of your toes, and just holding it. And again, checking in with your points of contact. The back of the head, the back of the rib cage, the back of the pelvis. Nice. And with the next exhale, just bending that knee. And this time we squeeze it a bit closer to the body. And inhale, squeezing in. On the exhale, we extend again. And this time you can place your hands along the leg, so not at the same place, but just one a bit lower, one a bit higher, so you have control over the whole leg. If you're using the strap, keep using it, having it placed along the balls of your toes there. And just hold. Making sure that left foot is flexed. Breathing softly. That's it. Inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and lift the head as if your forehead tries to reach closer to that left leg. Again, I'm adjusting the placement of your hands if needed. And once you're there, you can start extending your right leg, letting the right leg come all the way down onto the floor. Holding there for 3. And 2. And 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, letting the head release. Taking your left hand from the inside of that left leg, or just holding on to the strap where it was around the balls of your toes, or you can even sort of hook a couple of fingers around your big toe. Open the right arm to the side, to the right, and start opening that left leg over to the left. And just let it go as far as it goes and stay there. Holding 3. And 2. And 1. And from there, slowly engaging the muscles of that left leg, start bringing it all the way back to center. Great. Once you bring it to the center, go ahead and bend your right knee, placing the right foot onto the floor, and release the left leg, bending the left knee, placing the left ankle a bit below your right knee. Nice. And once you've created that little sort of shape, triangle shape, just go ahead and lift the right leg, taking your hands around your right thigh. And just staying there. Using that right knee to push against your left ankle. And that creating a lovely stretch around the back of your left leg, along your hamstrings. Breathing in. And on the exhale, release. Taking that right foot down onto the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to let both legs swing over to the left, but as they are, so your left ankle is going to stay on top of your right knee. And we're going to let both legs swing and fall over to the left side. So in a way, you're bringing your right knee down to the ground and you're resting your left foot, your left ankle on top of your right knee. So that will create a deep stretch along the front of the right side of the pelvis and the sides of your right thigh. It's important to try to keep the torso as much as possible facing up, so you're not twisting the whole body over to the left. Your arms can stay relaxed. Noticing your points of contact. Noticing how how your body responds to this new, really unfamiliar position. And give it some time to adjust. Breathing in. And on the exhale, engaging your core. You're gonna start by think that you're trying to pull your push your lower back down onto the floor as we start bringing both legs all the way to the center again, where we started. Nice. And once you're there, just go ahead and swap. So you're bringing your right knee all the way in close to your chest. You're letting your left leg extend out and away. Nice. Just taking a moment, squeezing in that right knee. Inhale. And on the exhale, we'll lift the head. Forehead coming all the way up towards the knees. Okay. Holding there. For 3. And 2. And 1, breathing in. And on the exhale, we'll let the head release, coming all the way back down, bending that left knee. Great. And then just flexing the right foot. Inhale, squeeze that right knee in. On the exhale, we extend. First, stretch for that right leg. And your first job here is to check the points of contact. Allowing the body to get used to this new arrangement. And on the next inhale, just go ahead and squeeze that right knee in. On the exhale, go ahead and extend. If you can, you could try bringing that right leg every time a bit closer to you. Nice. So let's go for one more. Inhale, squeezing that right knee in as close to your body as you can. And from there, placing both hands along the leg, extending that right leg as much as possible without moving the position of your thigh. So you've brought your thigh as close to the body as possible. And from there, just try to extend the knee without changing the alignment of the thigh against your body. Making sure you're keeping a nice flex. And whenever you're ready, if you'd like to inhale, and on the exhale, go ahead and lift the head, forehead coming as close to your right leg as possible. And then gradually, you can start extending your left leg all the way down to the ground. And stay. Breathing in. On the exhale, release the head. Go ahead and gently bend that right knee, softening it. And come and bend your left knee, placing your left foot onto the floor, and take your right ankle a bit below your left knee. Think of the right knee just pushing outwards. And start lifting your left leg, bringing the structure closer to you. Once it's close enough, bring your hands around your left thigh. And again, find your points of contact. Allow the shoulders to stay relaxed. Your neck free. Breathing in. And on the exhale, just releasing the arms around the left leg, placing your left foot onto the floor, keeping that right ankle where it is, just below your left knee. And from there, just let both legs swing to the right. You can adjust the position of that left foot so it can slide a bit further to the left, so your left knee can reach as far down as it can. Your right foot stays on top of that left knee, providing the necessary weight for that whole thing to work. And you let the arms be relaxed and start enjoying that stretch along the left side of the pelvis. Giving time for this new condition to take place. Notice how the body reacts. If the tendency, that's the word. If the tendency is for the body to tense, or if there is a curiosity and the body can actually release. So is there a feeling of expansion or a feeling of contraction? Holding free. And 2. And 1. We're going to engage the core. Think of pushing the back of the pelvis down towards the ground as we bring the legs all the way back into center. Nice. Releasing the right foot, placing both feet parallel, knees parallel, and let's go for a half bridge. Hands staying on either side of the pelvis. On the next inhale, engaging the glutes, start coming up. And again, you can adjust the position of your shoulders by scooping from one side to the other and bring them closer. And you can also interlace your fingers where you are, keeping the arms extended so you get a nice solid base and support. And just holding there for 3. And 2. And 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, softly release the shoulders, release your fingers and hands. Come and roll all the way back onto the ground. Nice. Knees coming all the way into your chest, and this time just gently rolling from side to side. That's great. And eventually just bring the whole body over to one side, extending the opposite leg, and then helping yourself all the way up to sitting, bringing your other leg as well all the way to the front. So finding your sitting bones where you are, finding that sense of lengthening through the spine. And we're going for a seated forward fold. So here you want your feet to stay flexed, but being careful that your heels are not coming off the ground. So legs extended, but heels stay on the floor. So inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, shoulders release and soften, neck is free. Inhale, and on the exhale, from the hip joints coming all the way down, letting your head release. I'm going to stay here for the next couple of minutes. So make sure that your body gets gradually more and more comfortable. And whatever space your body gives you, just claim it. Allow your back to stay rounded. Allow your head to be heavy.
Try to stay with the breath, stay with the out breath, helping your body go deeper and deeper every time you breathe out. Breathing in. And on the exhale, very, very slowly, just coming up, vertebra by vertebra.
Nice. All the way back to sitting. Lovely. Now from there, taking your hands behind your back, either flat hands or fists or fingertips, whatever works best for you. Now we're going to point the toes, and on the next inhale, go ahead and lift the pelvis. Reverse plank, opening the chest, eyes looking up, holding for 3 and 2 and 1, breathing in. On the exhale, softly coming all the way back down, bringing both knees in, give them a hug, and just think of your whole back dropping backwards and your head releasing forwards. Lovely. And coming all the way back to center, bringing your feet a bit wider apart, hands staying behind your back, and we're going to go for the windshield wipers. So from there, just think both legs swinging over to one direction. Try to bring both knees all the way down to the ground, center, and to the other side. Allow that to be slow and smooth, at least for the first few times. So your body starts to get an idea of what's happening. You get to see your limitations, what things run smoothly, and which parts need a bit extra caution here. And allow it to swing gently from side to side. Perfect. And just coming back to center. And we're going to extend the legs and bring the soles of the feet together. Finding the sitting bones again, finding a nice length through the spine. And we're going to release forwards again. Head heavy, arms relaxed and loose from the shoulders. And just breathing softly. For 3 and 2 and 1, breathing in. And on the exhale, just start rolling up, vertebra by vertebra. Nice. Right leg extends, left knee bends, and you bring your left foot on the inside of the upper inner right thigh. So inhale, arms reaching up, right foot flexed. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, from the hip joints, we tilt forwards. Good. And just for a few breaths, try to think of your spine lengthening. And on the next exhale, let the back release. Let your head release forwards. Let the shoulders soften. Let the arms release. Holding there for 3. And 2. And 1, breathing in. On the exhale, softly start rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Nice. Bringing both legs together. Come and roll all the way over to your table. And on the next inhale, let the pelvis drop, eyes turning to look out. Exhale, tucking the tail in, going back. Inhale, opening, looking out. Exhale, going back. Inhale, opening, looking out. Exhale, back, goes back. Last one, opening, looking out. Exhale, back, goes back. Nice. Coming, finding center. And just gently walking your hands back towards your, so that the pelvis comes back onto your heels. And from there, just go ahead and roll over to your right side. So you could release your left leg to the front and open your right knee to the right. So just make sure that you're bringing your right foot on the upper inner left thigh. Keeping that left foot flexed, making sure that the heel stays down. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, just soft shoulders, lengthening. And on the exhale, trying to keep the back straight for a bit. Coming forwards, let the arms release, stay. Holding it for 3. And 2. And 1, inhale. On the exhale, just release. And the head comes down. And the spine rounds. And just stay. And just taking a deep breath here. And on the exhale, start rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Crossing the legs, rolling over to the table, tucking the toes under, moving all the way back to a nice downward dog.
Extending the legs as much as they go. Letting both heels drag down towards the ground. Fingers spread wide. Pelvis traveling back and up. Shoulders loose. The 3. And 2. And 1, looking forward, start walking towards your hands. Exhale, release, coming down, forward fold. Softly bending your knees and start rolling up, vertebra by vertebra, and all the way up to standing. Very, very careful, very, very slowly. Head comes up last. Nice. And inhale, arms rising, reaching up. Exhale, bring it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, the back opens parallel. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, coming up, arms opening from the sides, reaching up. Exhale, hands to chest. Nice. Well done. Take your time coming all the way down to the ground for the last few minutes of our relaxation. And before anything else, just taking a moment to notice how the body feels right now. Just checking in. Noticing if there are parts that feel overly open and expanded, overly stretched, maybe a bit tired, maybe a bit sore. Whatever it is, whatever sort of data you can collect, just go ahead and do so. And just thinking of your contact to the ground underneath. Allowing the weight of the body to release. Letting go of any holding, any tension. Scanning down through the body, just checking in, noticing if there's anything that still needs a bit of letting go. And then find the breath.
Find the spaciousness of the breath. Find the softness of the breath. Find the effortlessness. And whenever you're ready, gently in your own way, you can start waking up your body. Maybe softly moving fingers and toes and hands and feet. Taking the time to stretch and reach and open and expand. Twisting and turning. And eventually just rolling over to one side in your own time. And all the way up to sitting. Just finding your sitting bones, finding your back lengthening, widening. Breathing out and finding the support. And just taking a deep breath, arms rising up, opening, expanding. And exhale, finding center. Hands to chest. Finding balance. Finding center. And inhale, opening eyes, minds, hearts. Thank you very, very much for joining today. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.
Ba-dum-ba-dum, mm, mm, ba-dum-ba-dum, mm, mm, ba-dum-ba-dum, mm.